Alright, hello guys. So I am continuing where I left off from the last live stream. Uh, just kind of jumping into it. The last I left off, I kind of got. I tried to get a little bit better results than I was getting last time in terms of. I think last time it was the draw curves that affected the flow of the hair, and I think it somewhat improved last time. Something else I took a look at was the actual length of the hair as well, and yeah, I think it's a lot better in terms of the length. It's not like very visible sections of hair that are separated. So yeah, so now what I want to try to do is I think the last time I wanted to set the goal for myself to kind of fix this situation with how this hair is being lifted. Obviously, as you can tell, it's way too much lift. So I definitely have to do something about that. So at this point, we kind of have to just use the tools at our disposal. So I mean, let's take a look at the what's happening with the lift map. Um, Even if we just decrease it, yeah, if we decrease it on a global scale, I mean, it does bring certain aspects of it brings all the aspects of the hair down. But the problem is that I don't think we necessarily want our hair to be completely flat. So I'm going to keep it at 0.5. And what I want to do is go to the mask that we're using. So, sorry about that. It's about 10:20 right now. After this, I'll probably get some sleep. Um, but yeah, what we want to do is we'll take a look at the lift map. So let me see. Enter. There we go. That is our lift map. Yep, and I can take a look at the values there. Did I just do something? Oh, anyways. Okay, yeah, so actually let's take a look at the values and see what we're getting at the back of the head, because that is where our primary problem is right now. So right now we have a value of 0.3, and apparently that's too high. So I'm wondering if we should just start from scratch. Yeah, so that's what I think I'm gonna try to do. So let's go over here. We're going to template out the latest node, and then we can mess with it from here. So what I want to do is just set that to 0. The background, flip it. Okay, just want to give everything's a value of 0 right now. I will work on everything from scratch. I kind of wish that there was like some sort of like fill button that you could just kind of fill the whole area in just one click. Make sure I'm getting values on the ears. Everywhere seems to be good, I think. Okay. So yeah. Okay, now the lift on the hair is going to be interesting. So I'm wondering which would be the best view. I would say probably the side view would probably be best to. So let's start painting. I give it just a straight value of 1. It's way too high. So what we want to do is decrease that. How do I... Okay, well, I don't know about that. Anyways, let's see. I want to give this a value of, well, it's got to be low. Let's bring it down to 0.1. Let's see what that gets us. I just hit that. Is it really that subtle? Apparently it is. So let me get the top of the head, actually. Let's get this crown area, I guess. I'm not sure if this is the crown. I think this is the crown here. But let me just get this whole back of the head. So let's start by... Oh, you know what? We can do this. We can do and have our brush work in kind of like an additive mode. So every time I click it, it will add 0.1. So that's probably a good place to start. Or just take a look at his hair. Maybe the thing is that he doesn't have much lift on the back of his head. It's like coming from this area here. So let's try to hit the back, the whole back half. Try to do something like that. I don't know. To be honest, I'm just kind of messing with this. It's interesting though because like I have to be able to distinguish between the lift the hair should have on his, the hair should actually have, versus like, I don't know. I guess like the actual direction of the hair, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's kind of a interesting concept. I don't know. Maybe I could work from the front instead. What happens if I just give the front a whole big some of that? Well, it's interesting. The front of the head, I actually want to stick out a decent amount, right? So I mean, here's something up here. Okay, so maybe like around here, but maybe a little bit less than point 0.1 or 1. Let's say point 0.7. Let's try that. Okay, it's not too bad. Maybe as it goes more forward, maybe I can blend this. What values am I getting? Yes, I mean, oh, whoops. Yeah, as I blend it, I just notice also that I'm affecting some values in the back. Which is weird. I think it has something to do with symmetry. Oh yeah, look at that. Symmetry is off. It should be on the. Interesting. Oh, which direction is this going? Should be in the Z. Should not be like that. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Wow. Okay, that just kind of deleted everything. So, okay, let's try that again. That value was bothering me. Okay, so let's try this again. And again, just blend it out in the front. Blend, blend, and blend. Yeah, this area has to have a lot more lift. Past one, maybe something like 1.5. But see, now we're cutting into the back hair, so I got to be careful about that. But in the meantime, let's just blend this out. And the front hair is maybe something like that. The sides over here, though, gotta work on. Make sure I'm not cutting into areas that I don't want necessarily. Like these long hairs, I don't know where they're coming from. There's one there. There we go. And we just blend, and yeah, I think the front is looking. That's more or less the lift I think I want to go for. To be honest, hmm, maybe a little less. So maybe if I keep blending, maybe too much. Sure. All right, now the back. The back again is a little tricky. Sorry about that. Um, yeah, let's try to take a look at the lift again in the back area. Let's try again with a value of 0.1. Maybe this way we can do an additive thing. Let's Okay, so let's see. So here, getting something like 0.5 along this area seems to be doing decently. So let's try something like that. Let's do 0.5. We'll set it back to over. And then we'll just take it one step at a time. So we'll do something like this. Okay, we're starting to get somewhere. Okay, we're starting to get somewhere. 2.5 along here. Blend it out a little bit. Maybe 0.5 is a little strong for here. Maybe now let's start bringing it to like something like 2.3 or something. Let's try. Let's try again. Bring it to add. Let's zoom into this particular area and start just adding. So that's a value of 0.9. Really? Nope, way too big. Okay, so let's say maybe 0.4. Or maybe just keep it at 0.5. Yeah, here I'm just really trying to start blending as much as I can. Let's do 0.1 and do something additive. We're getting a little bit better. Yeah, I kind of feel like I'm keep going back to like a value of 0.5 in like certain areas. I don't know where these areas are coming from. These wild ones. Yeah, because in terms of the lift, all I care about is that the hair is just lifting off of the head. It doesn't have to be sticking up unless we're talking about the front areas. But the rest of her hair just has to be just barely poking out of the scalp. Perspective views. 2.4. Six. Five. I see I'm missing these spots. I do not want to make him bald. Yeah, I'm just kind of generally blending the back. I don't really need to, but just for the sake of continuity. I wonder if there was something to mess around with the angle of the lift. I just have to take a quick call. Sorry about that. Yeah, that was my brother. Yeah, so am I crazy or is like why are some of these hairs just like really straight? Sorry about that. Hang on. Is it because let's see. Oh, it's I get it. It's because I had that node selected. Gotcha. Okay. Was it like that the whole time? Okay, no, I guess it wasn't. Okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, in terms of the lift, honestly, I mean, there's only so much I can really mess with. I mean, it's not the necessarily the lift that's giving me like this issue of like, I guess, poofiness, I guess. Because the lift has to be at like something of an angle. I wonder if there are any other guide processes that I can use or something. Like, let's just take a look. Houdini guide processes. Guide process. Okay, rotating guides to point in a certain direction, altering how far guides lift of the skin, length or shortening of guides, smooth guides, bend guides. Is it the bend that's giving me issues? Bend main, bend map. I just do that. I think I need to change the bend map because these hairs should be bending differently. So let's take a look at the bend map. Oh, I have two bend maps. I'm trying to remember how I kind of set this up. So, okay, so I had one bend map here. Oh, I have three bends. Yeah, I'm just trying to remember what the hell I did. Okay, so I have this bend here, which does that. I wonder if I should start from scratch in this whole bend thing. Let's try it at least. Do you shake it off? Oh, usually that shakes it off. Okay, hold Y. All right, just set these aside. Let me take a look at these bend maps. So I have two. Okay. Oh, did I set up two bend maps for like two different sections of the head? Maybe I did. Let's get rid of these. And let's just do another attribute paint. Turn on the symmetry. Go over here. And now I want to template the hair. Damn it. Let's get rid of this. So you better see this. I'll type another. I did not. Bend. Oh, right. It's not even using the bend map right now. Okay. So probably should have lifted this portion of the hair up more. So let me fix that. See, sometimes it's kind of hard to tell. Honestly, grooming is no joke. Grooming is definitely not my forte, but it's a learning process. I guess that's as good as I'm gonna get it. This is killing me. That's a little messy. In terms of a bend. So I want the mask to be affected by the bend map, or the angle rather. So anything with a value of 1, I want to be like 15 degrees. That's generally the idea of what I'm doing. So how should I do this? What is the max? Okay, let's try this. What is the maximum amount of bend that I want? The maximum amount of bend is probably going to be the front hairs. So let's do that. So I'm going to give the front hairs a value of 1. So if I'm just going to paint around this area there. A little bit higher. Yeah, something like that. Okay, and now here I'm just going to bend it to how I want it. So just yeah, I guess generally speaking, that's the kind of bend that I want. So now in my bend map, everything is going to be less than 1, which means at this point I'm just going to blend. I want to give this a little bit more bend, so let's do like something like 0.5. Let's try to do an additive thing here. Ooh. Let's do 0.1 to add. And yeah, at this point I'm just going to try to do everything by eye. It's just going to be kind of tricky with this thing going on, but we'll see. Oh, but then maybe this is why it's best to have okay. Let's get rid of this. Let's do let's call this front bend map. And we call this front bend map. I should probably change the attributes, but I don't know if that'll mess anything up. Does that still work? Yeah, it does. Yep, okay. So now I'm going to create another attribute paint. Call this back bend map. I'm going to set the attribute to back bend map. Turn on symmetry. Add another bend node. Too much. Right. And, but does this affect? Well, no, actually. Yeah, so just put on the skin. Alright, did I not make it yet? Oh, I did. Back bend map. Now this should be back bend map. There we go. Bend. Back bend. I'm just trying to keep everything organized. And now, yeah, so, okay, so the area with the most bend on the back portion of the head is going to be up here. So we just template this so I can see it better. Turn off the do that. So the area with the biggest bend is going to be back here. I'm going to blast that with a value of 1. Something like that, I think. Okay, yeah, so something like that. So now I'm going to come here and I am going to just display that. That's already set up. So now I just want to bend to whatever the hell I want it to. But you see what it's causing? If I zoom in here, it's causing it to go back into the head. But I'm wondering if I really care about that, because I know that there is a process afterwards where I'm able to use the VDB that we created earlier and use that to figure out the collision, so make sure that this isn't colliding so much into the actual scalp. I don't know, but yeah, I'm just trying to look at the roots right now, how it affects. Kind of hard. It's kind of hard to tell just because of the color node that we have set up here. Just because we have like we have like a lot of different lengths of hair. Anyways, can I adjust that? For the sake of it, whatever. Let's keep it like that. So here. So the bend, and again, it's hard to kind of get like a good view of this, of what I want. I think where I'm affecting the most is like here. I haven't really touched this area here, so let's see. Go back here, touch this up. something like that, I think. Well, maybe it makes sense to keep it at a 90 degrees at like the certain areas, but like, see what I mean? It's causing like these bald areas, kind of. Or is that, do I leave that for the intersection stuff? Maybe I should start going to looking into that. Sorry, just one second. Yeah, I should take a look at setting up the whole intersection situation. Okay, let's just pretend for the sake of argument, like, okay, we're happy with this. Which, actually, to be honest, we're getting closer. Minus like some areas here, obviously, but we're getting closer.
Alright, now what we can do is to have another band, but that will control all the outline of the car. Then if you tap wave, it won't work, so I just
Ah, that's cool. She adds a frizz.
a guide process empty that.
Do I want to
I
add
will
frizz?
have
Do I
to
want to complicate it?
alleviate it with that.
Oh, well, at least let's play around with it. Even just to give it like a tiny little bit of frizz. A lot of frizz. Let's zoom in here. That's a lot of frizz. So let's take the frequency down. The amplitude. Start at 0. Amplitude should be like really low. That's yeah, that's probably like the most low stake frizz, unless like I. What's happening to my front bend? Front bend should be more. What's happening to it? Hmm. What happened to my? Did I mess this up? I guess I did mess up my front bend or something. Okay. Sure, let's just paint this back on then. Sure. Sure. I mean, yeah, I probably have to fix this. Yeah. Dang, no, what happened? Okay, fine. You know what? I think I'm gonna pick this up tomorrow. Um. So yeah, let's see. Fix, bend, bend. What's the word I'm looking for? Refine, back, bend, set up collisions with scalp. Better visualization. Okay. I guess we'll leave it there for today. Let me just do what I always do and save new construction. Construction 11. Jesus Christ. Hair groomers. Yes. Hair groomers. Lots of respect for you guys. Okay. So that's it for today. I guess I'll catch you next time.